I'm not saying it's impossible to break it, but I'm still saying that every indicator on this chart is telling me to expect a rejection at this level. And I believe that the highest it could go is Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is December 15th, and it is 3:09 p.m. here in sunny California. We're taking a look at this crypto market to get a sense of what in the world is getting ready to happen here. Now, I know in my last video I told you that I see Bitcoin breaking down, and the question is, do I still see Bitcoin breaking down, or am I being proven wrong? The market is at $103,659.40 at this moment. So does it mean we are pumping from here, or do I still think we are breaking down? To make a long story short, I still think we're breaking down, and actually I'm more sure at this moment than I was in previous moments, and I'm going to show you why. As we jump right into this Bitcoin chart, this is the daily chart. Now, when we take a look at this chart, we see that we are in a bullish channel. We are moving up into a bullish channel. We are in a bullish channel. Bullish channel is bullish, right? We're moving up, right? Now, last video I made, we were in this candle here. This turned into a spinning top, okay, which is indecision in the market. I still think that this red area here is the level of resistance that the market is going to have a tough time breaking. I'm not saying it's impossible to break it, but I'm still saying that every indicator on this chart is telling me to expect a rejection at this level. And I believe that the highest it could go is $109,504. I think we may not even make it that high. We may just get a kind of a blow-off top here at the top of this level of resistance, this top trend line here, maybe around 108,000, maybe lower. Just depends if it happens this week or next week. But I do expect a rejection, and I expect us to come down to one of these two levels of resistance, of support, before the market breaks out and begins to move higher, okay? Now, what am I looking at? Take a look at the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. That's what this squiggly yellow line is. It represents the momentum of the market, okay? The Relative Strength Index measures the momentum of the market. Now, you see that the price is in a bullish channel moving up. Look at what the RSI is doing. The price is moving up, but the RSI is moving down. The price is making higher highs and higher lows. The RSI is making lower highs and lower lows. Now, we do have a break above this trend here, which could be promising. But in order to invalidate the bearish divergence, and we do have strong bearish divergence here, the RSI is going to have to penetrate this high. So if the RSI breaks above this level, it invalidates the bearish divergence. Right now, the bearish divergence on the daily chart. So listen, this is what I tend to look for. First, I look for bearish divergence on the 1-hour chart. The second sign is bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. When bearish divergence shows up on the daily chart, the day draws nigh. The time is short. So if the RSI is able to puncture this level and we get a burst of volume, which we're not seeing, notice the price is going higher, but the volume is dropping and the RSI is dropping. There's no conviction behind this move at this moment. The conviction is lacking, and I don't think that this move is sustainable. I actually think it will be great for the market to get a pullback to one of these two levels of support and a bit of consolidation. It will give an opportunity for folks who feel left out of this move to jump into this move. A lot of folks are feeling like, man, you know, I missed out. I wish I bought down here. I wish I wasn't sleeping on this. I should have bought down here, but I didn't because I didn't think it was the bottom. Now look at it. It's taking off. I wish I would have. I wish I would have. And what that's called FOMO, fear of missing out. And what FOMO would cause you to do is to buy into a pump, okay? When I see this, I do not buy, okay? I do not buy the hype. I buy the fear. Whenever everybody's scared of missing out, when the hype, everybody goes, oh, you got to buy it now, you got to buy it now, you got to buy it now. That's called buying the hype. I don't buy the hype. I sell the hype, and I buy the fear. That's why I have shorted Bitcoin, and I have another short waiting up here for Bitcoin at $109,504, okay? Now, you might say, oh, you're going to get liquidated. Your short's going to get liquidated. Well, that's okay because I've also longed Bitcoin. I've got a long position on Bitcoin. So I've got a long and a short, and if the market breaks through this area and takes off, great. Then my long position's just going to keep making me money all the way up. And if it breaks down through both of these levels of support and just dumps, great. My short position's going to make me money all the way down. It's a win-win situation. That's why trading is such an awesome thing, because it allows me to profit in both directions. In that sense, people say trading is more dangerous. No, trading is safer. And I trade on BidFi. If you're interested, there's a link in the description, and I give trading calls and explanations of how to do it at the gold level on my Patreon, and there's a 7-day free trial for anybody who's interested. But I say all that to say I'm expecting a pullback in the market. Now, when I look at the total crypto market cap, I'm seeing a similar thing here. Already, I'm seeing strong bearish divergence in the RSI, where we're making first flat lows and then lower lows, while the market was making stronger flat highs and then lower highs, while the market was making strongly higher highs. But notice the market is making a lower high just as the RSI is making a lower high as well. And so when I look at this crypto market cap chart, I'm expecting a pullback. A 23% pullback, a market-wide pullback to this level so that we can break out and take off again. So when I talk about a pullback, pullbacks are a good thing because they give people an opportunity to get in the market who otherwise would not have been able to get in the market. Individuals who missed the opportunity or who missed the chance. Now, notice the altcoin market is almost at its all-time high, right? The previous all-time high of the altcoin market is right over here, just at about $1.7 trillion. And right now, the market's at $1.53 trillion. The top here was 1.65. So the altcoin market was trying its best to make a new all-time high. But it looks to me like we've topped out. Now, we're not yet seeing bearish divergence in the RSI on the altcoin market, and this leads me to believe that it's possible for the altcoin market to break above this line. We could get one more pump in the altcoin market and reach for this top trend line to make this a bullish channel. Not sure that it would make it this high, but if we got one more pump in the altcoin market, we would have our new all-time high. And if we were able to get, say, a surge of momentum that took us all the way up here, then we would be retesting the all-time high and moving higher instead of breaking all the way down to these levels to retest the bottom of the channel that we're in. So we'll see. Do we get another burst, or does the market just continue to break down? Because notice we've got a lower high in the RSI and a lower high in the price. So it could be that the downtrend has already begun and it's going to take us down to retest the EMAs here. That's possible as well. And then the last thing we'll look at is Bitcoin dominance. And what I see is that Bitcoin dominance has broken down from its trend, retested the trend, and been rejected here on the daily chart. However, when we look at the weekly chart, this is the macro trend. We've broken back into the trend on the weekly chart. So that is inconclusive in terms of the analysis. It is inconclusive. We got a sub-trend here in the RSI. So it could be that Bitcoin dominance breaks out again and moves all the way up to the top here before it breaks down. Or it could be that this rejection here on the daily chart holds and it breaks down and moves further down. When I look at the 4-hour chart, the short-term trend seems to confirm what we see on the daily chart, that we're hitting resistance at the top of this channel, and we're going to break down further. Now, if that's the case and Bitcoin dominance breaks down, what that means is that when Bitcoin breaks down, the altcoin market pulls back with it, but then suddenly the altcoin market takes off and Bitcoin lags. As basically what happens is money moves from Bitcoin to the altcoins, and that would give us the next big pump in the altcoin market that would take us up to a new all-time high, perhaps even breaking $2 trillion before we would need to pull back and retest the previous all-time high. That would be awesome for the altcoins. The only problem I see with that is that in so many of the altcoins, it seems like the altcoin market, just like Bitcoin, is crying out for a pullback. And I'll just use XRP as an example of that. If I go here to this daily XRP chart, number one, we had this strong bearish divergence in the RSI. As the price was moving up strongly, the RSI was just flat. And then the RSI broke down, and the price is making lower highs as well. So we're in a consolidation pattern, but it looks to me like the market is just begging for a pullback to retest these EMAs here. I've got a nice buy area here just beneath $1.65, where I think it would be really, really healthy for XRP to pull back and then take off again. So in so many altcoins, the market is crying out for a pullback, just like BTC is crying out for a pullback. These things, the thing about the crypto market is it's not linear. The stuff doesn't happen overnight, and it's not fast. It's fast comparatively, but it's really slow and it's really boring. And so, when I did that video, people said, oh, it's breaking out again. Yes, it's breaking out again. We got above that $100,000, but this move still lacks conviction. And I'm still, until we decisively break above this top trend line, I'm still going to expect a rejection up here between $108,000 and $109,000. I'm going to expect Bitcoin to break down, revisit one of these levels of support, and I really think it's probably going to come down to about $80,000, somewhere in that area, somewhere in this this bottom buy area. And if so, I believe that would be just an incredible buying opportunity market-wide. So stay tuned, folks. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say is my opinion and my opinion only. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Excuse me. Do your own research, make your own adult decisions, and check out my Patreon. I still have that exit plan available at the $19 level. You can also just buy the exit plan for $49. Trading level, $49 a month. You get everything. Like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think. But above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.